I'm back. This is my post review of my gear and just my thoughts. This is more for me than for anyone else. First of all, I got back at like 1:30 in the morning, which was really cool. Immediately took a shower and left my gear in the truck. Went straight to bed afterwards. But here's all my gear. Got some on the floor here. Got my clothes pile right there. Shoes and stuff drying out. And some stuff bags. And then like everything, even if it wasn't wet, is airing out. A couple of things I want to mention is even with my experience, I still pack too much food. I never used my knee brace, so I need to remember that. All in all, everything went pretty smooth. I need to remember that my tent requires that the trekking poles have the carbide tip. So these were useless, and I carried them with me everywhere, consistently thinking I was going to lose them. I was always worried about this little tiny BRS stove. Well, it worked like a champ. Not only did it work like a champ, but it's so much lighter and smaller than Joe's, who was my trail buddy, and his was giving him problems. So props to this thing. I only needed this one canister. I had another one at Cross Fork waiting for me, and I never needed it, so it's great because I just boil a cup of water, which takes like less than 2 minutes, and then turn it off, so I could use a lot more. This cork ball, which is used to massage your feet, is fantastic. I will tell you that in the future, Jonathan, if you're watching this, bring some sort of lotion for your feet, or like that special feet butter stuff. My feet are killing me, especially being wet for that 2-day stretch. Leuco tape worked amazing. I would do it again. This Susquehannock bladder was amazing and was actually the envy of everyone that we met who watched me fill. This thing is fantastic. Replace your little Sawyer free one that they come with, because those things pop and they just don't work very well. Let's see what else do we get. Yeah, these stakes that came with my Tarp Tent Pro Trail, these little guys, they are the Easton stakes, and they weigh almost nothing. But if that tent, the Pro Trail Tarp, there, right there, the green one, if that thing is pitched in even a slight angle and you slide, it puts tension on one of the stakes, and if it goes, the entire structure goes. And that happened to me on night 1. It was very upsetting. Other than that, I only had that problem one night. Also, this bear bag rucksack that came with Z-Packs, and there's the rest of it. This thing was amazing, and really helps you get that bear line up. Now, one thing I will have to remind myself is that this stuff here is the rope that comes with the Z-Packs bear bag. It's made of Dyneema. It also soaks in moisture like a sponge, so it's out drying right now. It also tangles easy and frays easy, so I like it. It's super lightweight, but I have problems with it almost every night. I would have it like really neatly wound, and then I'd drop it once and it'd be all tangled. It's a weird material. So maybe think about replacing that with something else, maybe a lighter paracord. Not sure. My wife, bless her heart, got 2 pairs of these as a 2-pack at Costco. They're the Cascade Mountain Tech trekking poles. They were absolutely phenomenal and cheap, and the cork handle is amazing. The cork handle really made everything comfortable. So I highly recommend those. Let's see. You come in here. This is my dirty clothes. I didn't use all of this. I thought it was going to be colder than it was. My body acclimated pretty good. Let me see if I can get this here. I have a pair of gloves from Black Diamond that my wife bought me. They fit really well and they're really nice, but they are torn to shreds. I was only on the trail for 6 days. Let me see if I can. Sorry about the low quality. Like I said, this is more for me than for anybody else, but I'm going to include it on wherever I'm uploading this to, Facebook or whatever. I'm not usually a blogger, but a lot of people were interested in my chip, so I'm going to do it. But if you see here, like, they're all frayed. They're all frayed and torn. If you could get in real close right there, you could just see it's already deteriorating. So these were really expensive. What I liked about them is they're super lightweight, and when they get wet, they dry real fast. But the downside is, like, I might be able to use these for a couple extra 100 miles, and then they're done. So they're kind of like my shoes. Which, let's talk about the shoes. Lone Peak Ultra 4s. I love these shoes. They went with me last year on a section hike of the AT. And today, I had a good think about it, and I think I talked about it in the last video with Joe on the trail. But if you gotta know your trail. Those shoes are great for well-established trails like the AT or the PCT or the kind of Divide Trail, the CDT. They're not great for like low impact, like middle of nowhere paths that are filled with grass. It rains once and then you have 2 days of wet grass, and I could not keep those dry to save my life. That's boot country. So I learned that lesson hard, and I have never in my life had a blister until this trip because I did not plan accordingly. I need to wear boots in places that low impact because my feet were just soaked consistently, and every time it was sunny we'd dry them out and then walk, and then they'd be soaked because of the grass, even though it was nice outside. So I need to remember that. Everything else went pretty smooth. There's nothing else I really changed. I brought a knee brace. Some of the scouts that might be watching this would know that last year when I went with the Boy Scout troop on the AT, I had knee problems. Well, guess what? I upgraded all my gear to be lighter, and I did not have that problem this time, other than normal soreness that anybody would really have going down at 2,400 feet ridge 6 times a day. So all in all, everything else was fine. My ditty bag was perfect. My food loadout, while a little bit too much, was perfect. The way I was cooking my food was perfect. Trash was down to a minimal, which made it light. But I'm home, I'm safe, I had a blast. I'll be doing another final video, maybe with Joe, maybe not, going over like how many ridges we climbed, what the different sections of the trail were like. But all in all, I think everything's good, so I'm just going to clean up here and call it, spend some more time with my family. One last note, I almost forgot about this. This is a big deal. All right, so I have this nature hike outdoors fanny pack, and when you have a pack like mine over there, it's really so small that it doesn't need a hip belt. You need a fanny pack or something. It was really great to have because I could fit snacks in here. I could fit all my important stuff, and when I had to take my pack off into town at Cross Fork, I didn't have to worry about, well, where's all my money and my keys and stuff, because yeah, I keep them in the fanny pack, so it's always on me even when I take my pack off. This fanny pack's way too small. It's so small. I can't fit anything in here that I need. You know, I've already got a first aid kit, a very small flashlight, and a very small pocket knife, and my headphones if I want to listen to music, and it's like mostly full. And I still have to pack other things in it, like snacks and things. So I'm going to be upgrading that later. So future Jonathan, when you watch this, planning your next trip, bigger fanny pack. That's it for now. Talk to you guys later.